Okay. Should be right. It's about in here. It's on the right, it said.
Right here. That sign.
What sort of place is it?
It's an auto place, automotive. They have Mini Coopers or Coopers.
Oh yeah.
The 5 go with the booking. Yes. Just seeing 4 of them.
Sitting right up front.
There's people looking at it too.
At least there's somebody there. That's a different one.
What's this one?
This is it. It's kind of their trademark car.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's a car that they build. See, this is the stuff that they build it and sell it.
What?
This is their specialty.
Isn't it?
This is
Really?
I look, it's got in the grills how they.
this is the car that like beats the Cooper's car.
Where's your car?
Look at this one.
Well, that one right there, that one's complete. This is a light.
Where's your car, Joe? Hey, Brad.
Really good paint job, huh? You always have
So what about the rims, Josh? Is that
I think those are the ones you liked, right?
not the one? They aren't the ones he likes.
Not the exact ones.
Oh.
Sporty. Listening to it now, that's quite intrusive, and it'll be much more so for you two in the back. But you can add. So basically, everything and anything in a Mini is changeable. 10-to-1.
Oh.
So if you prefer the more classic look of that, then it's not a problem. It's just time, and you're talking probably $400 or so to take all of this lot out and to blast. So it doesn't sound raucous, you know. You're not talking about an enormous. No, it's not like a racing car. I mean, you can. This is a what we call an 1.5-inch bore with a silencer box in it. You can have a 2-inch bore with no silencer box, and then you know what loud really means. Then it sounds like a Ferrari, if you wanted to do so. So you could almost have 2 mufflers sitting at home, and you could fit whichever one suits the mood you're in, or whatever. You know, it's probably an hour and a half's work to change them over. riding
Oh,
on the rubber, and that's why we get this sort of ride. But the flip side of it is closed village, which basically means that there's been one family has owned the whole village for 4 miles in each direction. Yeah, and the outstanding wood carving. If you have a look,
this is
really beautiful carving, and
they don't mind if I video this, do they?
oh no, sure not.
Some places they say you can't video.
No problem. That's just being snobby, basically. And these are now cottages, but in the late 15 and early 1600s, this was the Guildhall. So this was the local parliament for the village, and so the local lord of the manor made all the laws. There wasn't, we didn't have an English parliament in those days. So this would have been the original the Guildhall, where if you were bad and you needed to be put in prison, or if you owed money or something, you'd come here, and this is where it all. And there is the original building. It's just so lovely.
look at the glass on there. Oh, beautiful.
So, are you from around here?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you want to spend an hour wandering around this little area, there's so much to see. This church basically is 3 times bigger than it should be for the size of the community.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Have you ever heard the term an almshouse?
No.
Well, basically, for when a very wealthy family in the old days had, let's say...
Did you say a manor house?
Well, the manor house was... This is the estate here. So basically, wherever you see a green door in this village, it was owned by this one family, by the Rowleys. So all these houses were all owned by the Rowleys. Now, these here are almshouses. Can you see how small they are? I mean, they're basically one room and a loo, and that's it. But look at the huge chimneys.
Look at that. Yeah.
Ridiculously out of proportion for the size of
So what was the reason?
So they were built. They were a gift from the Rowleys to people who couldn't afford to buy their own house, but weren't employees. Employees all had their own houses made. So these are called almshouses, and the almshouses basically housed people who had either some relationship or some reason, for them being in there. And often you'll go into a village and you'll see lots of these dotted around. Well, these are actually the only real almshouses here. But there were lots of other little cottages built all around the place. And as I said, the estate goes for 4 miles in every direction, so it is absolutely huge.
Wow.
And in there, if you walked that way for half a mile, you'd come to where their big house used to be, and that was 12,000 square feet. I don't know if you can equate to how big that is, but the house was, it's like Buckingham Palace. It was huge, absolutely huge. And basically the staff used to live in this house here. This is called the cottage, and as you can see, it's got a green door. And the staff used to live here, and the groundsman used to live here. This was 4 houses. It's now 2 houses, but this was 4. And I used to live here. That's when we first came to the village. That was the house I lived in. And now these have been sold into private hands because they needed to raise money over the period. But everything here is very, very old. It's all 17th century is the newest. So it's all 350 years or more old. The Angel. This is where I'd send you for lunch if you had time. Yeah. But you need to allow an hour and a half because by the time you've been served and everything. But the food in there is just. People come from miles to eat around.
Well, what's the industry here other than Broadspeed?
That's it. Yeah, but they all drive into the town.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But this house is nearly 400 years old.
So they commute into London, is that?
Some of them
Colchester.
will, but no, the majority would either go to Ipswich or Colchester, which are quite nearby. I mean, you're talking 15 minutes into either town. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of the performance now. We've got some, okay. Are you happy, or would you like to slow down?
Yeah.
Slow down a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically you've got this great handling of the car. The car will do whatever you want it to. You don't have to think, oh God, I've got to slow down. You just drive around the corner.
Don't tell them that.
You actually don't need brakes with a car like this.
Oh, jeez.
Well, this is how our roads are, just like this.
You'll have a great time. This is the perfect car.
Oh, jeez. Why didn't you tell him that?
Well, he'll find out for himself.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Now, when you look over there, you've got.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You're looking over there over to Polstead. And Polstead is is that you've got the two sides. We're in what's called the Stour Valley here, and we work more or less in the valley.
Oh, I see.
And these are the sides of the valley, and you can see there's Polstead Church over there, which is another slightly.
Oh,
wow,
that's
for
gorgeous.
two guys to
See, I'm
redo.
a quilter, so that.
Oh right,
yeah,
absolutely, yeah. Well, that you're talking in terms of around $180,000-$200,000
just for that
to
roof.
redo the roofs. Yeah.
Wow.
And
You need details, Josh?
This girl's kind of neat.
What?
That girl.
You still haven't gone to bed.
What do you think, girl? Huh? Isn't that cute?
Ready?
He's a real nice guy.
See, I like his. See, you see how his shop is where it's at. And that's how I should be situated. Out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I like the car. Smiles, everyone. This beer?
It's on this side.
Oh.
Dang. Oh, I'm freezing. My house. Everything's cold.
Train approaching platform 4 at the 1451 Great Eastern Railway service for Chelmsford and London Liverpool Street. The service of light refreshment is available on this train. 1451 for Chelmsford and London is approaching platform 4.
This might be our train coming.
Colchester, the train standing at platform 2 is the 1451 Great Eastern Railway service for Manningtree and Ipswich.
You're the rain. All the railroad ties are concrete.
They are?
Sandy?
Sandy.
Go away. Go away.
Come on.
Jim, stop it.
Come on, please.
How come you won't be next to me?
Yeah, I thought it was really expensive.
With a strong dollar, I mean, I could change. The conversion was different.
that Burgess gets on this flight.
Her purse is open.
Well, wasn't he wasn't going on our air.
He's no big show.
But he could have tried to see if he could get on 4 o'clock flight.
You might see that puppy take off. So.
It's probably already gone.
No. I think one more minute it goes.
Yeah, there it is, going up. Concord, see it off? Over here, there's a white spot out there. See it turning now just a little bit to the left?
The party's over. It's time to go home.
Edie? Hey, Sandy, you think they'll have vegetable soup? I'm gonna order vegetable.
Everyone said they didn't understand that.
Yeah.
Even Ann said she had to ask him 3 times.
Even the guy that said it didn't know what it was.